You picked him up?
Tremendous value.
Yeah. Especially, so you think there's
I can guarantee you that is the best showing for any fifth-round draft pick in the first preseason game. I'm mature. I'm like, listen, I made a mistake. I'm looking to trade Gillon Gabriel.
Okay.
Immediately.
Okay.
You know, he's got a hamstring injury. I'm looking to trade him, and the competition becomes between Flacco, Kenny, and Shedeur. Other teams saw in him that off the field, had to be off the field, couldn't be in this tape. But now you see the talent. You see the cream rise to the top. Very, very happy for him. Very happy for him.
Cris Carter, once one of the loudest critics of Shedeur Sanders, has done a complete 180. After watching just one preseason game, Carter is suddenly calling Shedeur the future of the franchise. In a surprising admission, Carter flat out admitted he was wrong about Sanders, saying his first judgment completely missed the mark. This is the same Carter who, not long ago, was telling the Browns to dump Sanders entirely. Now, after just one game, he's loudly declaring that Shedeur is the quarterback the team must build around. And the twist doesn't stop there. Carter is now firing shots at Gillon Gabriel, claiming his injury history could be a ticking time bomb for the Browns and pushing for the team to trade him away. His point is clear: make the fight for the starting quarterback job brutally obvious. In Carter's mind, it's now a three-way war between Shedeur Sanders, Joe Flacco, and Kenny Pickett for the future of the position. But here's the kicker: just a short while ago, Carter was out here doubting whether Shedeur even had the vision or awareness to be an NFL starting quarterback. In fact, when talking about the Browns' quarterback battle not long ago, Carter was convinced Gillon Gabriel, the third-round pick, was the better prospect and the one most likely to grab the starting job over Shedeur Sanders. Back then, his position couldn't have been clearer. Gabriel had the upper hand, and Shedeur was still miles away from proving he belonged. Now, the whiplash from Carter's sudden flip from skeptic to loud supporter only shows just how much Shedeur's performance has exploded and completely hijacked the conversation.
When you put down a third-round pick on a quarterback, you do believe he has a certain skill set. Flacco is an emergency, a Band-Aid. If you start hemorrhaging out blood and everything, Flacco can stop the bleed.
But now, Carter's praise goes way beyond Shedeur's game day performance. He's just as impressed with how the young QB carries himself off the field. Carter pointed to Shedeur's recent run-in with veteran reporter Tony Grossi as a perfect display of maturity and professionalism. Despite facing a non-stop wave of criticism, Shedeur didn't hide, dodge, or blow up. He took it head-on. Instead of brushing it off, he calmly confronted Grossi and demanded a clear explanation for the constant shots being thrown his way, showing a level of poise and self-control you rarely see in someone this early in their career.
You control your image. And when people are saying things, you should be able to defend yourself. And I'm glad he approached it in a very professional manner. The way he spoke to him, the words that he used, the volume for which he used them. You know, he just asked for an explanation. It was very good. Very, very good. Very, very savvy for a young professional player to be able to challenge someone who's a veteran in doing what they do, coming into a new environment like the Browns.
Sorry. Tony, I be hoping you be, hold on. Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You only say negative stuff about me. And I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you.
No, don't think that.
I ain't see nothing positive that you ever say.
While Cris Carter praised Shedeur Sanders for showing professionalism in confronting Tony Grossi, Colin Cowherd saw it completely differently. Cowherd argued that as a rising superstar, Shedeur had no reason to even bother with local media figures like Grossi in the first place. In his view, Shedeur is already playing on a higher level, and lowering himself to seek validation or explanations from small-time critics in the local sports scene is a waste of energy. "You're above all of that," Cowherd said bluntly, a piece of advice many young quarterbacks could stand to hear. His point was crystal clear. Sanders has already proved his worth. His talent, leadership, and composure speak louder than any local radio personality or controversy-chasing reporter ever could.
Shedeur, you're a good kid. Get out of there. Don't look for sympathy and support from local radio guy. Watch film. And again, it's not the end of the world. He is a good kid. But the judgment thing for him is going to have to be exceptional.
Carter, however, wasn't finished showering Shedeur Sanders with praise. He stressed that Sanders' ceiling is sky-high, pointing out that he hasn't even played alongside a weapon like Jerry Jeudy yet, but has still managed to deliver high-level performances. Carter is convinced that once Jeudy joins the mix, Shedeur's game will explode to an entirely new level, and the two will become a dangerous, must-watch duo. In Carter's view, the Browns are only scratching the surface right now. Once that pairing takes the field, things are going to get a whole lot better for both Sanders and the franchise.
They're in the system with very limited reps with the players. You put the number one offensive line in there. You put Jerry Jeudy and the other starters in there. But what he did was very, very.
Every year, fans hear hype about top college stars entering the league, but many of them crumble when faced with the speed and complexity of the pro game. The difference with Shedeur Sanders, Carter explained, is that he faced the challenge head-on and didn't flinch. Sure, at first he looked a bit unsettled, a little phased, as Carter put it, but he quickly adjusted and proved he could handle the moment. Interview. Shedeur Sanders silenced doubters, proving he's already playing like a seasoned pro. From critics to believers, the shift in opinion has been explosive. If this is him now, imagine what's coming when he has all his weapons. Fire subscribe now, because this story is just getting started.